chant a mantra. Mantras are the greatest gift to humanity. Whatever we speak, okay, whatever we convey comes from here. Okay, comes from here. Mantras were born when this came here. Our words, whatever we do in this world comes from here. Reference point is here. Mantras were born when this fell here. It fell down. And I've been talking about that. Falling in love means reference point from here to here. When this disappeared and something bloomed here, mantras were born. So today's mantra that I'm going to share or chant with you, at least for a few moments before we dive into our Q&As. The mantra is the mantra of unity. The mantra of realizing that the other self is also me. Now, which the humanity needs. It's a very beautiful mantra. The mantra is Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. We will be chanting this a bit differently. We will be chanting this as Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. So the Satnam is going to be repeated twice. Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. I repeat. Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. So what does it mean? In simple translation, Ik Ongkaar means we are all one. There is no other. The creator and the creation are one. Okay? The reality and what the reality is projecting is one. God and me and God are one. Whatever translation fits you. But it means unity of being. That is the best translation. Ik Ongkaar, unity of being. In the realm of thinking, we are different. In the realm of feeling, we are different. You feel differently, I feel differently. But in the realm of being, you and me are one. And this beingness we also share with the plants. We also share with the animals. We share with everything because there's a beingness in everything. So unity of being, that is Ik Ongkaar. And Satnam, Sat doesn't mean truth. Sat means unchanging, unchanging. And the sages of the past have given a definition of Sat, Trehkal Abadatam Sattvam, which means that which stays as it is in the three times, the past, the present, and the future, is called a Satya, is called Sat, the truth, or unchanging. That is the right translation. So Satnam, Nama means identity. Unity of being, this is my unchanging identity. Everything is changing. My thoughts are changing, my emotions are changing. But there's a part of me that never changes. And that is called the unity of being. Unity of being, this is my unchanging nature. Okay? And then we emphasize again, this is my unchanging nature. And Siri means direction. Siri means direction. In your phones, you have the Siri. It comes from here only. Siri means direction. When you are lost, Siri is the guiding principle embedded in you, but you don't have access to, which is there to guide you whenever you ask. The problem is, first, we don't know, and second, we don't know how to ask. We ask through thoughts. It is not asked. You cannot ask Siri through thoughts. You have to ask Siri through your beingness. And that's a very different story altogether. We will not dive into that. But Siri means the direction. The one that gives direction is called the Siri. It is also called the goddess, the creative force which guides you all the time. So Siri. And then comes Waheguru. Wah means ecstasy, wow. He means now. Okay. He means now. And Guru means wisdom. The wisdom of ecstasy in the now. Or I like to translate this as the wisdom of wow in the now. The wisdom of wow. Wow is wow. Wow. He is now. Guru means wisdom. So Waheguru means the wisdom of wow in the now, which can be assessed if you know how to find directions within yourself. And that direction, what's that direction? The unchanging nature in you, the unchanging identity in you. What is the unchanging identity? The unity of being. Okay, so Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. And we will be reciting this as Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru, Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru, Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. And when you're chanting this, make sure the tongue, become aware of the tongue. Become aware of the tongue. Tongue is very important. Tongue is where the Shushmana ends, the central spiritual nerve ends in the Shushmana. And the sages of the past mention beautifully, Prabhuji Base Sadhaki Rasna, God sits on your tongue. Only if you know your tongue. You don't know your tongue. You only know the words which are projected through the tongue. You understand the difference? Now you don't know your tongue. You only know the words which come out of the tongue. You forgot that which gives birth. You only aware of that which has taken birth. The tongue, the seed of God, the seed of consciousness, the seed of awareness, the seed of your being. Okay, so become aware of the tongue as the tongue touches. See how the tongue dances. Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru, Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru, Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. See how the tongue touches. We'll be chanting this about a minute, not long. Then the next part, very important. Now, in the beginning part, Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. Your tongue is moving, your lips are moving. Your tongue is moving, your lips are moving. Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. But in the next part, after a minute, I will tell you, stop moving your lips now. You don't move your lips, you only move the tongue. Allow the creativity, allow the dance of God to be by itself. So this is time and space. This is also time and space. You stop time and space, you only allow God to express itself, dance, the dance of Shiva, dance of consciousness. So how will that look like? That will look something like this. Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru, Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru, Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru, Ik Ongkaar, Satnam, Satnam, Sri Waheguru. It's a slight opening in the mouth. Slight opening in the mouth. This is to stop time and space. When the lips stop moving, something here stops moving. And the lips are very important. There's a whole science. Just if you were to just discuss our lips and our tongue, we can spend hours and hours. That whole, the esoteric aspect of your being. There's a whole esoteric meaning to the blinking of the eye, to the movement of the tongue, to the movement of the lips. Very mystical being. But we have forgotten ourselves because we are locked in our head. No, that is not the topic today. So let's discuss or let's dive into the chanting of the mantra, my friends. Spine will be straight. So first you are moving the lips and you're moving the tongue. God being projected, the divine consciousness, let's use the word consciousness, being projected through the realm of time and space. Okay, the two lips. Then after a minute or so, I will say, stop moving your lips. Then your time and space stops. God dances. Okay, now let me just make another statement. When the two lips time and space, and the tongue moves, you assess Kal. You assess Kal. Kal is the realm of life and death. Okay? Raga and Dvesha. When the lips stop moving and only the tongue moves, then you assess the realm of Akal. 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 When the tongue moves by itself, when God, without time and space, dances in you. Ordinarily, we are experiencing the divine via divine beings through time and space. So everything has a meaning. Every form has a narration. There's a branding of everything. The experience is lost in object and subject. You have divided. Duality, it is called. But then when the lips stop moving, only the tongue dances. The sages of the past call this dance of Shiva. And this is also known as dance of Shakti. This is the awakening of Kundalini. This is the awakening of the Kundalini. We talk about Kundalini. When the tongue moves without the narration, when the tongue moves without the two lips, the time and space, just by itself, this is the Shiva Lingam. The symbol of consciousness, that's what it means. Shiva Lingam. Lingam means symbol. And Shiva means consciousness. This is the symbol of consciousness. In the past, they worshipped it. If you go to the Hindu temples, they worship the Shiva Lingam. There are many meanings, but this is the deeper meaning of it. So you are carrying God right in the mouth and the 32 teeth. And the 32 represents the 32 incarnations of Shiva, which I will not go today, which is the consciousness, which is your emotions. There are 32 main emotions in you. And then it subdivides itself. And then you get caught up in this will of karma, in the web of life, it is called. So allow God to speak in you, allow God to dance in you, shut the Kal and go into Akal, the realm beyond time and space. So I've talked enough. Let's if I go deeper and deeper, I'm going to keep talking. Let's have an experience, spine straight, my friends. And again, zero yourself. Very important. This zeros your mind. It's called the zero gravity. Okay. Spine straight, eyes closed. And first, move the lips. Let's experience Kal first. Then we go to Akal. And then there's another space, my friends. Forgive me for keep talking. It is called Mahakal. From Kal to Akal and then to Mahakal. There's a space of Mahakal also. That can also be experienced. We don't have enough time. And if you were to really go deep, maybe in the future I'll share this sometime. How to go into different layers of chanting. And just with the tongue, you can transcend your mind. Just with the tongue, you can change your pattern because your pattern is in the tongue. The pattern is not here. The pattern is in the tongue. Okay? Okay, let's chant now. Okay, so eyes closed. Okay, first the realm of Kal. एक ओंकार सतनाम सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु 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 एक ओंकार सतनाम सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु. Chant as many times as you can in one breath. एक ओंकार सतनाम सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु 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 एक ओंकार सतनाम सतनाम श्री वाहिगुरु. Ek Ongkaar Satnam Satnam Sri Waheguru 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 Ek Ongkaar Satnam Satnam Sri Waheguru. Inhale and hold and just tense the whole body and squeeze yourself into your spine. Tongue touches the palate, please. Touches the palate. Tongue touches the palate. Press the palate. Press the realm of the stars. The realm of the stars. The Milky Way, corresponding point in the body. You are a mystical being having a very human experience. Hold and experience yourself without the narration, without the story. Experience your beingness. We call the divine. Hold. Exhale. And now, my friends, we're going to dive into the next part. Eyes closed, no lips, no moving of the lips, slight opening in the mouth. Just the tongue dances, the dance of Shiva, the dance of consciousness. Inhale. Ek Ongkaar Satnam Satnam Sri Waheguru 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 Ek Ongkaar Satnam Satnam Sri Waheguru. And inhale, mouth closed, tongue touches the palate. Tense the eyes, tense the forehead, tense your skull, tense the sit bones, and just squeeze and tense yourself and localize yourself into your spine. And exhale. And one more time, inhale deep. And hold and tense the eyes, your forehead, and your skull. And tense your face. Mouth closed, tongue touches the palate, and press hard. That whole dome of the mouth corresponds to the dome of the stars, the dome of the cosmos, the dome of the universe. Tense the sit bones and squeeze and localize yourself into your spine. The Shushmana, the seat of awareness. And exhale. For the last time, my friends, let the breath be inhaled. And hold the Pavan Guru. And squeeze yourself into your spine and tense the eyes, tense the forehead, the tongue touches the palate, and squeeze your skull. Tense your skull, please. Tense your skull and localize yourself into the center point we call the Shushmana or your spine, and very slowly exhale. And just for 15 seconds to move. Experience the experience as an experience. No narration needed. Pure awareness, naked awareness. Experiencing the consciousness without the narration of your mind. Allow every sensation in the body to be felt, and do not sit in any of the location. Experience your body as whole. It's called samadhi. The balancing of the consciousness, the all-pervading consciousness in you. And beautiful, my friends, and inhale, and hold, and exhale. And Satnam, blessings to you. So it's just the flow game. And so I decided to share this with you. And this is the need of the times. We need to learn how to narrate, how to express without the narration, without the ideology. This is, the word will carry a power then. Your words will carry a power when you speak them not with some hidden agenda, when the words come out naked, not clothed with your emotions. Those words have the power to change the movement of the stars. It says the yogi is the one who can change the cosmos by moving his tongue. It's called Vakya Sidhi. Vakya Sidhi, the perfection of sound, it is called. So this is the first step to that, although there's much deeper science, but those of you new, this is good enough. Start with this, and you shall attain Vakya Sidhi, the perfection of sound. I repeat, what does it mean? It means expressing without your emotions, expressing the words without agenda, expressing the words as they are. And this makes your word very light. And when your words are light, your mind is light. And when the mind is light, life is light. It says, be your light. That's what it means. Be the light unto yourself. This is what the Buddha said. Be the light to yourself. This is what it means. It's not that you see some bulb opening up inside you or something comes and there's a light in you. It's not, not what it means. There's no bulbs inside. Nobody sees light inside. It's just hallucination. What it means, lightness of your being, lightness of your words, lightness of life. That's the meaning of light. You can only experience light when your life, when your emotions are deleted and you feel the lightness of life. And then life becomes light. Other than